What are we doing today, Chris? Why is everybody here?
I shall oblige.
I don't know. They wanted to talk to us.
I mean, I ain't got much to talk about, so I don't know what we're doing, but if they want to talk, I'll talk.
I'm sitting here in the presence of a man who has lost a dear friend.
What is it that you want from this, Ethan?
The old adage of an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind is the exact situation we find all of ourselves in right now. In a perfect world,
The only
I would prefer the warpath against anybody who adorns these colors be dropped. I understand that you are very well connected to the stallion by the name of Justice. Not only literally the horse, but also the badge you adorn on your chest. It's a symbol. The pursuit of justice, respect, and the upholding of the law. The
You know,
reason
it seems that I guess we might be a little bit of an impasse, right? You know, I got one hand, I got y'all telling me that you got this code and you would never do something like that. And on the other hand, I've got respected doctors telling me they saw it happen. I guess I ain't never gonna really know the truth. I guess it's really just gonna come down to what I want to believe and how I want to go about handling it.
now, I'm sure you and I both know why we find ourselves here.
I'll think about a thing or two, might be able to put my finger on it.
Very shakily written letter annotating that she hath been maimed.
Well, it's a good thing we took her pinky finger then. She's able to at least write the letter.
It was very, very hard to read. You know, shaky hand and the blood and all.
She's supposed to talk to you about it, too. It's pretty hard when the finger's taped in her mouth.
It is in regard to the unfortunate passing of the fantastic stallion by the name of Justice.
Oh, you mean the murder of him? Being shot down and laughed at by one of your boys in front of multiple people in the town? You talk about that?
And my right hand to God, or whomever you believe the great creator is, we did not get our wounded, turn around, and execute your horse.
I apologize for that.
Your stallion, by the name of Justice, was not deliberately put down out of spite or any kind of malicious intent.
What you're saying is that all the docs that saw it happen are just lying then, huh? I'm just still trying to wrap my head around why so many people said after y'all rode off, someone walked up and shot him in the head. You know, maybe it wasn't the three of you, but it was someone wearing your colors. Last time I checked, I met with a couple of them that were pretty mouthy, unlike yourself, who seems to be able to reel it in when he needs to.
If you deem the Nabbers to be monsters, so shall it be. If we walk out that door thinking that you think that we're monsters, we will become that. But if we walk out that door knowing that you are a level-headed, respectable veteran of serving the law, we will respect you as such.
Vengeance is an awful thing.
I have no qualms of going back to the black. Only reason I don't is that man sitting in that goddamn chair right there. You know, however bad you want to think Sam was in all of this, but it was me that took him. By God, I would have killed him. You're lucky Sam came to save their life.
Vengeance is a funny thing. Nathan, what's your take on vengeance?
I will answer that question with a question, if it is appropriate.
Sure.
Do you intend on putting me in the dirt?
I'll tell you a little story. One person that knows this is Chris, because he's like a brother. And I hadn't told it very many times. I feel like there's like one of those moments that I maybe should, maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. I've been thinking and pondering about it the entire time listening to you talk to your boys, talk about what's happened. Every time Chris talks about going to the black, I gotta bring him back. There's times that I slip to it too. I may not have wanted to kill Quinn, but I had no problem having her finger chopped off. I had no problem putting her finger in her mouth, and I had my way. I'd have sewn it shut. She talks a lot. Went in and talked to my mom, and she kind of told me what happened, and I left, and you know, I gave her a hug, and this is the last time I saw her.
Christ.
Alive, at least. I came back probably the next day, if I recall, for dinner, and I walked into the dinner table, and Mama's sitting there, the head of the table, like she always does. She definitely wasn't talking. Took me in. I came up with this elaborate plan that I was going to go back, find Mr. Rhodes, and kill him. Vengeance is all that I could think about. Took something from me that was very dear to me. My whole family, everything. Right? So I decided I would start working for him and do everything I could to get as close as I could to him. Because I figured if I could get close, the closer I got, the more that he trusted me, the better it would be when I was driving a fucking knife through his heart, looking right in his face. Forced thought to myself, I can't do it. I can't leave this kid without a father like I was. For him to go around and just see red every day. See red every day. Someone killed my dad, that's all I'm gonna do. Wasted half my life ready to fucking kill somebody. Sewed that fucking piece of shit's mouth shut and bricked him up in that catacomb, and I know that he probably sat there and rotted knowing that I'd bested him. And I moved on with my life. Got into law work. And then one day this man shows up at this most awful fucking laugh. He's just taunting me, and I don't understand who the fuck he was. He's always there for about a week or two. He's just every corner I fucking rounded, he's just snickering at me, or making some fucking comment, making some stupid pun. His son grew up to be a fucking worse monster than he did because of what I did. Put his daddy in the ground, and I learned that day that the irony of vengeance is that no matter what you do, it's going to come back to bite you in the ass, and it's whether or not you are ready for the consequences of the vengeance that you seek. Because if it's thinking that you're going to get the vengeance and everything's going to go well and you're going to wake up the next day and feel good about yourself, you ain't never going to feel good about yourself. Because the dead body ain't ever going to fix it. So I had to ask my questions over and over and over. Just sit there, just looking in the mirror, wondering if you were worth going through that vengeance again.
That any kind of vengeance would lead to retribution.
Well, I guess you and I, Nathan, are a lot more alike than we think, huh?
I guess so, Sam. I guess so.
So I don't think it's worth that, Nathan. I don't think I should. Plus, I know that as much as this kid standing over here to the right of me says that I keep him out of it, he keeps me out of it, because the only thing that brings me out of this fucking vengeful mindset most of the time is knowing that if I go that direction, I always try to find a way out of it, but I don't know that he can. And I promised his father I'd never let that happen. We're all just one really bad fucking day from being on the other side of the wall ourselves. I've been there. Now you know that. I ain't dying anytime soon. Definitely gonna be from one of these sons of bitches. Just tell you that much. Oh, wait.
Well, I hope not. Because heaven help him.
Well, the only way that you win against that is to win inside yourself and find the peace that lets you sleep at night. So you ain't gonna win killing them all. That in the end, we gotta find a way to stay clean ourselves, Chris. We got justice killed. Still don't know who to believe. Bottom line is, I'm never gonna know the truth. Justice is dead, and I gotta come to terms with that and move on.
I don't know what the right answer is.
Well, it's definitely not wearing that color.
I wear it so good.
Yeah.
Try so hard not to go back to this life. So easily, it's intoxicating the way it pulls you in.
Okay. I went on a warpath when you were unconscious for days. Took down the entire Dixie group by myself. So fucking pissed. When I was out, what'd you do? You threw on the black, went after those motherfuckers. We have a common bond, see? We always come back to wearing the badge.
Can you put this somewhere?
What? Yep. I'll keep it. It's gonna be inside there. And I want you to know where it is. Because one of these days you're gonna have to get rid of it. And the only way you're gonna get past it is to get rid of it yourself. Definitely ain't gonna be a marshal in the state without you. Fuck that. One of us has to be able to shoot. I'm a good quick draw, but fuck.
Just like I told the duck whenever she asked why I'm doing this. I said you back your brother's play.
Brother's plate?
Play.
Play.
Yeah, I backed your play.
Oh, well.
Shit, plate? I knew you were getting old, but don't be playing that shit.
And I learned from my daddy that everybody's a chess piece and you just move them around. You're a chess piece. Chris is a chess piece. Everyone around me is just another fucking chess piece sometimes. It's got to move them on the board, back and forth, figuring out what best to do with them.